Hello there guys, Fengferth here, and welcome back to the Alpha Diaries. So, yesterday was the 18th, and I did quite a lot of testing. Yes, I'm going to call it testing, not playing. I did a lot of testing, and the only update yesterday was the fact that they basically made dehydration run down slower. But now we're at the point where you now get more hungrier more than you get thirstier, which is like troll. So yeah, you need more food than you do water now, which is really weird. But that was the main update of yesterday, and there wasn't nothing major. Today there has been an absolutely major change. But let me go through what I've experienced the past couple of days of testing this. So, gameplay wise, there are two main things that worries me at this stage in the alpha. Obviously, they are going to try and sort stuff out for this, but at this stage, it's not happened yet. So, a lot of people have been complaining about the loot spawns. The fact that loot just doesn't spawn. Unfortunately, that's not true. The problem is loot does spawn quite frequently as well. The problem is server hopping has become very big in this stage in alpha. I would say at least 50%, if not more, are server hoppers. Server hopping, for those of you who don't know, I've probably already mentioned this in an earlier video, but I'm going to tell you again anyway. Server hopping is basically where you go onto a server, get all the loot, disconnect, stash all the loot in your inventory, blah 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 blah, go and join a different server, try and find more loot. In theory it works well, because you do very little to actually... It's fairly safe to do, in a sense, but it kind of isn't. So what people was doing, they was basically doing this server hopping, and then once a lot of people knew where all the spawns were, all the major spawns, because bear in mind the spawns aren't randomised for weapons, they're only randomised for general stuff. So once people knew about this, there was a lot of server hoppers, and yesterday it was fucking ridiculous. Now, I had managed to find a military base camp that had a quarantine area, and when I checked it, because there was a few tents, I found myself an M107. Yeah, M107. Try and think off the top of my head. Found an M107. That is a sniper rifle, and I thought, yay! So you know what the first thing I did? I actually disconnected and stuck it to my global inventory, because I knew that there were probably people trying to spawn camp it, and I was basically right. So what happened is I come back on the server. As soon as I come back on the server, bearing in mind this was a different server, not the same server I was actually on, there was no loot there, and there's like a hill, like a double-sided hill right by it, and I'd seen two people literally spawn right there. And I mean, luckily they didn't seem to actually give a damn about me. They just went in there and God knows what. So what I did is I went by the hill. I went to the other side of the hill. The other side of the hill, luckily, has a lake, which means other people can't really see me on that side of the hill unless they actually come up to me from the rear or the front. And not many people seem to come from the rear. So I decided to test this theory. I stood there, well, not technically stood, I actually lay down there, and I watched for 10 minutes. I wanted to see how many people were server hopping, and in the space of 10 minutes I had encountered 37 survivors. 37, and that was only where the hill was that I saw them. There might have been more just spawning like in more the foresty area. There's a forest right opposite it, and it was fucking amazing how many people are actually doing this. And this is the reason why you're not finding no loot, guys, because server hoppers. So the problem is, server hopping is just too good of an opportunity to pass up. Mainly due to the fact that as soon as you disconnect, your inventory is fucking safe, because all you need to do is put your items into your global inventory, and then you can just go straight back in with absolutely nothing equipped. Many times I saw players trying to kill each other, trying to get to what little loot there was there, and they'd drop all but a flashlight. You know, that's all they'd drop is a flashlight. I actually had one survivor spawn near enough right next to me. I didn't do anything. I just waited, and he stood there for a good 10 seconds, and he dropped a fucking handgun. Yeah, he dropped an handgun and then ran off. That chap must have been fucking farming 24/7, because there's no way in fucking million years you would drop an handgun with some ammo in it. He dropped an handgun with some fucking ammo in it. So I'm like, alright, I'll pick it up. So I picked it up, and yeah, it still had ammo in it. So I thought, great. So guess what I did? I disconnected and stuck it in my inventory, and then I proceeded to do exactly the same. I basically serve hopped, but I didn't actually go in to get loot. I stayed where I was again, and I did another one. 10 minutes. I waited 10 minutes, and roughly the same amount of survivors was there. Perhaps even more. Actually, come to think of it, there was probably a lot more than 37. God, it's fucking hysterical. It really is. It's so funny. But that's what's ruining a lot of the gameplay, in my opinion. The gameplay is just too forgiving in that respect. It's so easy just to spawn in, grab loot, and then disconnect. Even the 10-second disconnect time is nothing, to be quite honest. So what they've actually done this is the 19th now. This is quite early in the evening for me, because I haven't really had that much time today to do anything. And there's quite a major patch. So yesterday's was the dehydration levels going down a lot more slower. Too slow in my opinion. Now you need more food more than anything. If you go into the inventory, you can no longer stash stuff in your global inventory from anywhere. About time. Now, this will not stop server hopping. It will not. But what it has done is it stopped it to an extent. Okay? It doesn't stop it altogether. But what's happening now is there's post offices, there's safe settlements that you have to go to go to your global inventory. Now, this brings actually a new problem to the table. There are a lot of spawn campers literally waiting at the outskirts of these places, and they're killing people as soon as they get anywhere near them. Now, obviously, don't get me wrong, right? I kind of like this, because this kind of tries to you gotta try and like get the community to try and get rid of these people. But the problem is, most of the community don't give a fuck at the moment. They just want to kill. If they don't trust anyone, they kill. And what do you expect? That will happen. Who can you actually trust? You can't. It's that bad. Wow. Anyway, what else they've done? They fixed invisible zombies. Supposedly. There's still reports about invisible zombies, but apparently they fixed them. A few more crash things, you know, the crash shit and all whatnot. Serverguy has mentioned something about a particular spawn point. So, what many people were doing is this server hopping business. Is that there's actually a crashed helipad, very similar to that of DayZ, and it's got military grade stuff in it. However, unlike DayZ, it's static spawn point. So you can guess what's happening there, can't you? Yeah. Hopefully they're going to either get rid of it, or they're going to have it random. Preferably the latter, because at least people should get rewarded for exploring. At the moment, they're getting rewarded for nothing. That's it. Okay, I think that's enough chatter yatta. Should we actually try and get into a game? As you can see, I've made a few marks. I actually kept some of these normals. because it's actually a massive advantage to have more normal characters than you might think. The main advantage is that it only takes an hour for them to respawn. So let's just say you do die to some of these server hoppers. At least, you know, it's only going to be an hour, and then you can start looting again, hopefully. Hopefully. Doesn't always work like that, but, you know. Hey-ho. So, we are going to go on Herp Derp. Now, if I remember right, this dude actually died. Or maybe it was the one by the, this might be the one by the military base, actually. This is new. This is very new. So, server browser does actually work now. So you can browse a server. Let's just show you, actually, and I'll just use this anyway. I think once this was in properly, a lot of the server hoppers were trying to pick empty servers. Obviously, there's no empty servers on this at all. The lowest I've seen is 29. It might have changed today. It depends if they bought more servers. Depends how many people are playing at this time. I know this time it's very high traffic, so it's probably going to be the same. Oh, we got some 20s. Wow, we got an awful lot. Dev took them down to 30. Holy fucking Luya. So the one thing I was pissed off about was because the amount of people that was in with the amount of map space. So they've actually brought it down. That's interesting. They didn't mention anything about that in the notes. But we're going to find not an empty server, but an empty server. Let's have the 21 there. That seems alright. Server 28. Okie dokie. So I don't know where these save settlements are. Hopefully they're marked on the map. They're probably not. Not at all. Oh, actually, I think this character was in the city, if I remember correctly. It might be. As far as I know, there hasn't been no map changes either. I don't think the map's been increased. You can get off the map, by the way, but there's nothing there. Whoa. Okay. I don't remember this. Okay, so this was actually a stupid place to log out because this place is always camped and there's probably going to be people shooting. So what we're going to do is we're going to go somewhere else. As you can see, I've just got an hammer. As I was bug testing the server hopping business. Yep. If you need it to be any more clearer, I wasn't testing at all. I was server hopping. Yes, I wanted to see how actually useful it was. Turns out it's not very useful because even small settlement, even small houses like that are just being spawn camped to fuck. People stockpiling bloody water and food and all not. But these houses actually do have some fairly decent loot, but it's very rare. Now, as you can see, zombies are running in place. That's because another player has just ran from there. Oh, there's a zombie there. Oh, yeah. So, I suppose the second thing I wanted to mention, I did forget to mention it, is that the main problem with yesterday was that the zombies were bugged as fuck. When I say bugged, I mean they were fucking easy because they never moved. Yes, they were actually stuck in place. Literally stuck in place. Most of the servers were affected by it. Funnily enough, only a few servers wasn't. Which is really weird in that respect. I'm going to die here, aren't I? Now, I have actually killed one person so far. And that was because he was actually going for me with a torch. He was running straight at me, so I thought I'd get my hammer and I bash his head in, and I did. That is my first player kill so far. Wow, did I really just lose him that quickly? Wow, that's Not good. So yeah. So as you can see, my water and food meter is roughly the same. Water has healed me quite a bit. Oatmeal hasn't. It's quiet. Yeah. Apparently they fixed some of the melee weapons as well. Apparently there's an exploit. They won't tell us what the exploit was, bear in mind, but there was a melee exploit and they fixed it. So I have no idea what that was. Maybe it was one-shot kills again from the torches, but that was supposed to be patched on the first day. I think that was patched in the first couple of hours. But yeah. Do you know what though? I really like to give these devs credit because they are actually listening to the community. They put these settlements in as soon as people started to go absolutely crazy about the fucking spawn camping and the server hopping. And you know what? It's a really good move from them. Really is. Them actually listening to the community and them doing it really quickly. I mean, we've been getting daily updates and patches, which is really nice. You know, it's as if they're thinking, oh, just go and play now, fuck it. Them actually listening to us, which is really nice. The one thing I'm really curious about and kind of stomped on is apparently there is going to be no reset on inventory when the alpha goes to beta, which is quite weird in all honesty. Do I agree with it? No, I would prefer a wipe, in all honesty. I mean, at the end of the day, there have been so many people exploiting the spawns and everything. It's weird why they wouldn't thingy. I can understand if people have been buying stuff with real money, because obviously you can buy stuff with gold coins. But surely it must be very easy to just refund the amount of gold coins they've spent. I mean, after all, it is alpha, it's not the complete game. And, you know, it kind of baffles me because they are acting as if like it's the proper game, if they're thinking along the lines and not actually resetting anything. It's weird. It's really baffling. Now, I really like this area because there's no zombies. There's never any zombies here. I don't know if that's also a bug, but there's never zombies here. But there's usually people camping in this one house. And there was a can of soda. I wonder if there's anyone else around here. I would have thought they'd picked up the soda though, in all honesty. And as I said, because they've implemented the new global inventory only in safe settlements, a lot of people have stopped server hopping to the extent that it was happening anyway. Because now they've got to be careful about going back to safe settlements to save all the stuff. Which is good. Really good. Now I'm being a bit careful here because, as I said, this is quite a popular place now. This is really close to the helicopter spawn actually, and a lot of players do actually come here after raiding that place. Sometimes there's something on this on here. There's always a note. From what I've seen, there's always a note, but there's usually something else too. There's the note, and there's water. Yay. So the one thing I have found is that ammo is fucking rare as hell. I've got 3 different types of ammo, but I've only got 1 clip of each. That's in my entirety of playing the game so far. Come across 3 lots of ammo. Come across M9mm clip, shotgun shells, and a Stanag clip. And yet I've found about 5 weapons. Now arguably someone did drop 1, but meh, if I want it I'll fucking pick it up anyway. You know, I like my handguns as much as anybody else does. So yeah, This is actually a really nice quiet area by the look of it today. Wow. Although it might have been invaded recently. I don't know though, because they've left quite a lot of water. Water and food is a lot more... It's a lot more harder to get now, since you can't actually server hop efficiently no more. So yeah. I'm really glad they've done that. I think after I've searched this area, I'm going to go into the woods and just check to see where these safe settlements are meant to be, because I haven't seen one yet. I have not seen one at all. Now, the other thing about this is that a lot of people have obviously been complaining about the PvP. I'm not gonna go into detail about it, because obviously a lot of people don't want it, a lot of people do. My opinion isn't really valid on whether it should be in or not. In my opinion, it should be, and that's it. But you know, and look at me, I'm a player that don't really like PvP, but I still want it in. It gives me more of an immersion to the game. And in all honesty, there's no in-game content without PvP, because the zombies are just fucking stupidly stupid. So yeah, but I reckon that PvP is going to get even worse now because of this, because a lot of people are more likely to carry loot, and that's the problem. I suppose the one okay-ish thing about having the global inventory like that is that if you did genuinely disconnect and you did stick all your stuff in your global inventory, and when you spawned again you get killed, you know, I can understand that, but obviously not to the point where the person in question was actually fucking server hopping anyway. I mean, that's just wrong in so many different ways. But yeah, it might mean that PvP is going to be even more frequent. So yeah, we're going to find somewhere safe, and I'm just going to go through the map we have. Have you noticed my food bar has actually gone down quite a bit, and my first meter is still there? It's fucking crazy. It really is. Well, let's have a quick look at the map while I'm here, actually. Ooh, okay, so they are marked on the map. Why is that one over there? That's a safe settlement. That is actually the one place I haven't really been to yet. So I think that might be wise to go there, but until then, I think there might be a... Yeah. Oh, there's another settlement here, but we need to see if we can get to it first. So the good thing about settlements is that at the moment, it will change, don't worry, it will change. When you get to a settlement, you can't harm anyone at all. Nope, not one. There's no NPCs, I don't think yet, but you just can't equip items whatsoever. For now. Of course, for now. But that does mean there's going to be people camping around here. Which is a shame, because around here was usually pretty bare. And it was quite nice to have the freedom to actually give into the forest. We're going the wrong way here. We're going way the wrong way. Okie dokie. I don't want to keep running either. They haven't implemented the skill tree yet, and that's just as well, I guess. 20 frames, wow. I'll be honest with you though, guys. Not recording, I can get about 50 frames on this, which is really nice. Whoa, what's this? Don't tell me I've just come back on my... Okay, obviously I've got no sense of direction whatsoever. I've just gone a full circle. I'm dumb. I'm very dumb. Always checking your back. Always checking your back. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, I'm just really glad that they did that with the global inventory anyway. It was getting past stupidity, to the point where I was actually thinking about not bothering to do any more alpha until something like that was sorted, because it was pointless. to do anything. But you know what? It's good. It's good. Developers seem to be understandable about this kind of thing, so I'm just glad they did something. Wow, my mouse went fucking funny then. Am I still going the right way? Kind of. So I want to actually camp behind this rock here for a little while. And I'm going to show you the map. I want to show you all the spawns. Now obviously you won't be able to see this until after Alpha. And obviously only see a few of the maps. But I just want to show you what I've experienced so far. Which I feel is needed. Because I feel it's needed. If it wasn't needed, I won't be bothering. So let's just crawl down. Yeah. Anyway, back to the map. Okie dokie. So, spawn points are completely random now. You will randomly spawn anywhere, and I do mean anywhere. I literally spawned right here before when my character had died. So when your character actually does die as well, it doesn't stay in the same place as you died. That's good in a way, because that was another reason why people were just blindly server up, and they knew they was going to spawn in exactly the same place when that character was able to revive. So yeah. So right here, around about here, is the helicopter crash. So I'm actually pretty near it, but I'm not going there because it's full of snipers. Every server's full of snipers because the snipers have got about 100 odd snipers already. Right, so this was the area where we was. We just searched all the buildings. We came from round here. We started off. Where did we start off? I think we started off here actually. We started off here at the coast. That's where we started off in the buildings. Then we come round here. So this is the construction yard. When I went there was absolutely fuck all there, but obviously it's now going to be a settlement. I don't know if there's going to be a settlement for bandits or not, but I don't think I'm actually considered a bandit even now. I think it was actually with this character I got that one kill, so I'm not too sure if I consider a bandit yet or not. But yeah, we'll see. This area is always camped. This area is always camped. There is actually a building here that I've never seen anyone go there. I've been there a few times and there's always been items there, which is really nice, but it's only general items. What else is that? There's like a power station around here, I think. Might be. Power station around here, and every time I've been there it's full of flashlights. Obviously that's server uppers. So down here, however, is where the military base is, and it's pretty cool in there actually. I mean, looking at it wise, it's pretty nice. You've got the quarantine area where there's actually zombies caged up. It's pretty cool. And that spawns military grade stuff as well. That is spawn camp to fuck. Spawn camp server hopped to fuck as well. There's the tunnels. Is the tunnel... If we go that way, I think the tunnel is either there or there. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, that was our spawn camp too. I actually got killed by a grenade in there before. Yes, you can laugh, but it wasn't fucking fun at the time because it was a server hopper that killed me because it come from behind me. Yeah. And that's the main city. The main city is actually pretty bountiful of loot, but I think the best time to actually go into this is the night, because there's not really many people in there at night, from what I've seen. People are still using flashlights in the city. Don't use your flashlight in the city at night. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That must be the safe settlement, but we'll go there when we go there. The only place I haven't really found that I hear people talk about is the police station. I haven't come across it. I have no idea why. I've been pretty much everywhere. I haven't searched all the way through the let's just get back up. Uh-oh. Is that someone there? I can't tell. I think it might be. think we should do. We should stick to the outside. No, it's just a tree. But we're gonna stick around the outskirts because I'm not actually sure if there are just snipers or anything, just waiting for people to go into that settlement. But I wouldn't put it past anyone to be there. Let's just say that. If anything, I might come round the back of it and try and get in that way. But meh. So that was kind of what's been going on in Alpha as far on the 19th. Some major changes, some little changes, and you now die of starvation quicker than dehydration, which should be in every game. Oh yeah. Okay. So we should actually be able to start seeing it soon. Not necessarily. I don't want to keep running because of the stamina bar. I always say that, but then I carry on anyway. But you know. I actually need a drink while I'm thinking about it. Oh yeah. Nothing like good old Relentless. Okay. So we should be there soon. I'm actually going to pause it for a while and you'll see it soon anyway, hopefully. Okay, so we are back and you should start being able to see it in the distance now. Let me just check the map. Yeah. So if we just go around here and just quickly check. So can you see it there? Yep, that's the settlement. I'm just checking the outsides of this area here, just in case. I don't know why I'm whispering, because they can't hear me anyway. There's a barn there. It might be wise to go and check it. Then somebody pops me in the head with a sniper rifle. But what's new? Whether this being the safe settlement, I'm actually wondering if it's actually now more popular. There used to be no one in this barn at all. Every time I've been there, there's always been loot in there. Always been loot. Not just fucking flashlights either. There's actual loot. Which does mean that people probably didn't even know it was there or didn't realise it was a decent place for loot. I've always found water and food in there. And I believe I found I think I found a hammer or two in there a couple of times as well. Yeah, it's empty, that's not surprising. But this is the only thing that was lootable. There's no loot, there's nowhere there's loot. Oh, not allowed to use weapons, allowed to access global inventory. Wow, you can do that on the outskirts of it. That's frightening. That is actually frightening. But at the same time, that's kind of cool. For the snipers, they're trying to snipe you. That's pretty cool. I don't know if people can actually snipe from that kind of distance while you're in these safe zones. Alpha test functionality subject to change. Yes. Certainly hope so. I wonder if there's actually anyone in here, or they're just waiting on the outside. Look at my food meter, man. Look at that food meter. Wow. That's amazing. That would access to glow. Now, how would you actually access it? I think you might have to leave the game to actually access it, which is kind of pooey. But now I'm going to come in here, so I want to. See if there's anybody else in here. Oh, there is someone else. There's loads of people. Yeah, hello. 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 And they can't hit me. Hello. There's nothing here though. Nothing here at all. As you can see. I think it'd be stupid having lootable stuff in here anyway, because, well, people would just be camping it very safely. And it's not surprising really, is it? But no, there's nothing here, so I'm just going to jump down. and jump down even more. And I'm going to see what I can do about my inventory. I'll try and show you what I've got so far and how I've come to acquire it. But yeah, that's about it for now. So let's quickly look. Right, well, I'm surprised you still have to disconnect in that time while you're in this particular save zone. That doesn't make sense. But man, we'll go with it. I've got a feeling this one might be the bandit one. Eventually. Or depending on what alignment you are, I suppose. Okay then, so let's show you the goodies. First of all, I'm going to make sure that I've only got one lot of water and one lot of food. Because I'm like that. I'm a looter, and so are 80% of the people on here. Probably 99.99999% on this game is the looters. Okay, so the M16. This is the one. This was our first weapon we've ever found. The M16. I haven't used on these guns yet. Bear in mind. You know, I'm really am that scared of just dying just to PvP or something stupidly random. Which is a shame because you can't actually properly test them properly. You know. And especially since they haven't said that I'm going to be doing a wipe, you know, it makes it even more kind of... But yeah, we found M16, so we found that in the city. Jericho 9mm, I found that in the military tunnels. That's the M107 I found in the camp. The B92, that was the handgun that the chap dropped, the serve hopper. And the Mossberg 590, I found this in a restaurant of all places. But that was actually quite a nice find because it was really dark and there were people, there were gunshots flying all over the place. Couldn't see where it was from because the sound isn't perfect yet. But it was nice to actually find that and think, yay! And then what I did is I hid on the quick counter and disconnected. And there's the ammo I found so far. Yep. I found a ton of flashlights and a ton of everything else. Hatchets, hammers, a lot of chem lights, a lot of flares. Yeah, I found a lot of these. Medium backpacks. I found 2 of these doing the where we first spawned on this video. I basically just serve ups and did a little loot thing of that, and I did come across 2 medium backpacks, which was very nice finds. Shit ton of water and shit ton of food as expected. I even found an MRE. These are fucking rare. It's fucking real money currency. This is, but you can find them as well. They're rarer than weapons. They're rarer than fucking ammo. Let's just say that. So that's worth probably about 16 Brazilian gajillion ammo. Nah, it's not really, but you know. Yeah, I actually found a medikit as well. I found the medkit in the city, and I found the vaccine in the same place that I found the backpacks in, actually, which was weird. And just a lot of bandages even there, and no attachments. So that's how the new system's implemented. I'm absolutely glad they've done that. But you know, it's getting there, guys. It's really getting there. You know, I'm still in 2 minds about it, but you know what? It's actually getting there. It's been updated really well, and I just hope it keeps being updated. And please show me a skill tree because I love that kind of stuff. Okay then, guys. So that's it for the 19th. And if there's any major update tomorrow, I will do another video. If there's not, I'll leave it till the day after. Until then, guys, ta-ra.